Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Horsley, Executive Director of the Open to Hope Foundation, and I'm here today talking with Dr. Ronald Barrett, Professor of Psychology with Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, California. Our topic today is African American funeral rites, and I just wanted to ask Ron today, how did he become interested in researching African American funeral rites and customs?
I became interested initially when I taught my first course in the field of death and dying, and I was struck by the fact that there was so little research in the literature about African Americans, and that struck me as being kind of curious, and then I decided that that would be a commitment that I would make in terms of trying to add something to the research literature about African Americans.
And what is the most significant thing you found in your research of African American funeral rites?
Well, one of the things that I found to be quite interesting is that there is a rhyme and reason to many of the things that I observed growing up as an African American going to funerals. I found the funeral rituals to be very symbolized and very intricate and very elaborate. And one of the things that my research has shown is that all of those things that we have continued to do and has evolved over time, that there is some cultural significance and meaning to why people do some of the things that they do. For example, African American funeral customs, they have some unique defining characteristics, one of which is that in my work I describe funeral rituals as being what we call primary rituals, meaning that the individuals invest a considerable amount of time, energy, and appropriated resources in the execution of those rituals. And I found that much of that is deeply rooted in West African cultural traditions, even to this day. And many parts of West Africa, which coincidentally happens to be the point of the deportation of slaves to the New World. So the slave trade emanated from the west coast of Africa. And when we look at the funeral practices and customs, even to this day, that are being practiced in that part of the world, I found a striking similarity between what West Africans are doing and what African Americans have evolved in terms of their practices and their traditions.
So doing research on African Americans, what has been one of the most important findings from your research over the years?
Well, one of the things that I found from my research about African Americans, which probably is very significant to cross-cultural research in general, is that I think that it's very, 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 very difficult and misleading to just simply focus on race or culture alone. So in an article that I published in 1993 when I was researching African American funeral customs for the first time, I made a strong argument that I think cross-cultural researchers should focus on culture, we should look at spirituality, and we should also look at social class. Three important variables that intersect in a very significant kind of way that will often predict and often explain some of the kinds of choices that people make around end-of-life care and around funeral customs. So I think culturally it's very important to know what cultural group you're talking about, because African Americans are a group of people of African descent whose socio-cultural experience is deeply rooted in the North American experience. See, and then you have Caribbean blacks who have not been a part of the North American slavery experience, and they have a very different kind of reality. And they, I think, are unique and arguably quite distinct in terms of some of the things that they do.
So, Dr. Barrett, I want to thank you so much for being here today and for adding your important research to the world. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it go. This feeling inside. Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it go. This feeling inside. I came to the States at the age of 14 with a brand new hope and a brand new dream, a brand new home and a brand new scene, but never once forgot about my fam in Philippines. Excelled in school, excelled in my dreams. It would have been nice to excel as a team, cause family is blood and it's thicker than water. Request us a tribe like midnight marauders. Mama did it all by herself without father, and even without him it still didn't stop her, cause that's who we are, bound by the hand. My younger brother to me was the man. I miss you, damn, and it's hard to understand. I hope you know you were part of the plan. Without you now it's like something is missing. I wish you were here, but I guess I'm just wishing. Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it go. This feeling inside. Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it